What's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. I'm going to hook you guys up with one play in baseball, and also is going to be 4 batter props. I also have 2 additional batter props, but those are going to be for the VIP. So basically, if you want the edge over the sports books, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Yesterday, I'm gonna announce a winner for 1 week VIP. Somebody, all they did was leave a comment, and I said, if you leave a comment on the video, which they did, I'm going to show that winner right now. So I do have the winner already. If you want your chance to win one free week for VIP, all you have to do is when this video posts, not on the live, but when it actually posts, all you need to do is put a comment. So here's the winner from yesterday's comment. So the 1 week free VIP, all I did was just chose a random comment. As you can see right there, I grabbed the URL for there and I put the random comment. So congratulations to Sharon R8619. I actually commented inside your comment as well. So you're the winner for the 1 week free VIP, which is worth $50. Congratulations to you. Make sure you send me a message, or also send me a text message. Say, hey, I'm the one that won, 630-447-9504. So congratulations. If you want your chance to win one free week VIP, make sure you comment on the video when I post it. So it was a little very, very slight green day, which makes it a 2-day winning streak, but it was a very slight win. So it was nothing crazy. All right, so this was the Mets at a -1.5. You can see that hit barely. It was 5-3. So they ended up winning that game by 2. So we hit that. And then we had Jackson Holiday, which was good. And then Elliot Ramos, he actually got 2 hits, but we don't care about that. He only needed 1 hit for us. Somebody told me in the comments that I don't like parlays and that they parlayed all 3 of them together. It's not that I don't like it. When there's a certain percentage of so like, for example, right here, this is 270, which is very high odds. You can see this is 260. It's very high odds. This is 175. That's actually quite high odds as well. But I'm willing to pay the juice on these plays because they're hitting at such a high rate. I don't need to parlay them. If I get to the point where I have to force a parlay, then I'm not doing my job. So this is actually very high odds, and I'm actually do parlay them when I need to. When it's like -300, -310, and above, and so on, I do parlay them. It's not that I don't like it, but if I can get it, if I know that it's hitting at a high rate, I don't need to parlay them. Unless the juice is super heavily favored. I'm going to share one play in baseball. I'm going to give you the lean, one of the teams that I really do like. I'm actually going to go watch them today. And then I'm going to share 4 batter props as well. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so. I know this is a little hard to see, but I'm going to just quickly go right through it. Okay, so let me see. So the first game, guys, is going to be the Brewers versus Cincinnati Reds. This is going to be one of my plays that it's pretty much an underdog play. It's Brewers versus Reds. The line actually shifted from a 108 to a 105, plus 108 to a plus 105. So they're still underdogs. There's a very slight line move. Usually I like to see a very big line move, but in this case, it's not. The Reds is actually going in the opposite direction. Let me kind of zoom in a little bit. The line is actually going in the opposite direction for the Reds. They were favored at a -120. Now they're at 126. Now they're at -120. So there's a contradiction of the line move. 55% of the money or the public money is coming in. 55% of the handle, and 82% of the money is coming in on the Brewers. So there's a big discrepancy there. But the line is still shifting in their favor. So you got to think about this. If only 55% of the handle is coming in on the Brewers, then why is the line shifting? That means the sharp money is hitting the Brewers, and there's a lot of reasoning behind it that I believe I found why. Brewers are showing both sharp and big money action. Brewers are getting shorter odds, reverse line move, clear indication that the sharp smart money is backing up Milwaukee. The Reds, we had them yesterday. This was one of the losses, was over 7.5 hits. They did not get that. The Cubs just ended up whooping them, which I actually said I like the Cubs, and I stopped because of the pitching. But it was a mistake because the Cubs did win, and these guys did not. So then we had Jonah Heim. All of a sudden, the Texas Rangers are superstars. They won 8-1. The other time we went with an under RBI, they won 5-0 as well. And this dude got 3 RBIs. Anyways, this is the Reds. They lost yesterday to the Cubs. Okay. So let's get back to this. The reason I bring that up is because they're playing against the Brewers today. The Brewers are on a 4-game winning streak. In the last 10 games, they've outscored opponents by 25 runs. Think about that. In the last 10 games, they've outnumbered the runs by 25. Batting average is almost .300, which is excellent. ERA for pitching is 3.36. The road performance is great as well when they're on the road, which like they are today. Now you compare that to the Reds. They're 14-14 at home, so they're a 500 team at home. Last 10 are 4-6. Batting average is lower, and then the ERA is horrible compared to the Brewers. And the unders are also trending for the Reds. Just like I said yesterday, they only scored, I think, 2 runs, and they had like 4 hits for the whole game. Okay, so I'm not going to get into all these details here, but just telling you the 4.6 ERA for the Reds compared to the Brewers has a 6.0, but he has less history. Okay. So anyways, that's why there's another thing here too. The rank for the Brewers for the OPS, they're number 3 in the last 7 days. So basically what I'm trying to say is that the on-base percentage for the Brewers, they're getting on base a lot more than all the other teams in the last 7 games. They're number 3. You compare that to the Reds are number 13. So that's a big differential on base percentage. Kristen Yelich has 12 home runs, 39 RBIs. Churrillo, he's a power threat. Then you on the other side, you got Ellie De La Cruz, which is very decent as well. But his entire offense is struggling. Now we got the Brewers. They led the season so far when they've played each other 3-1. So the biggest ones I'm going to mention here, the Reds are 3-7, Brewers are 7-3. The pitching is a little questionable, but the offense is a lot stronger, like I already showed. So if they can kind of get over the first 5 innings or whatever, the bullpen and everything, the Brewers should be able to come through on top. This is the projections, 5.0 versus the Reds at a 4.7. That's why it's so similar. And then you can see the last 5 games, the Brewers won all 5 games or at least covered the spreads. You compare that to the Reds, just like I said, they lost yesterday. And they've only won 3 out of the last 5 games. So this is what I'm going with, guys. I'm going with the Brewers straight up. Okay, I was going to get the +1.5. I was going to try to be cute with it and all that stuff, but I just said, you know what? Let me just throw it in there. It's pretty much at a plus 105 is what I got it at, something like that. I can't show my slips anymore. I threw this out to the VIP way earlier today. Yeah, I got it out of plus 105. I just wanted to confirm that, so I'm not bullshitting you guys or anything. Make sure you drop a comment. I already gave away 1 free week VIP. All you have to do is leave a comment. If you do that, you got a chance to get a 1 week free VIP, which is $50 for free. So the 4 batter props I'm going to hook you up with, man, this is the same team I just mentioned, which is the same guy. He's one of their best power hitters, is Jackson Churrillo to get 1 hit. I'm not going to get into all the details, but look at how many times he's coming up to bat. Like I mentioned, the Brewers are number 3 in the last 7 days, number 3 and then over the entire league to get on base. So they are getting on base a lot. That's why you see this guy gets up to bat about 5 times per game. He's exceeded this line 10 out of the last 10 out of the last 12 games. He's faced this pitcher 3 times and he's gotten a hit already. So he does have some history there. Then we got the second guy, Jackson Merrill from the Padres, to get 1 hit, 80% hit rate between 4 and 5 times. These 2 games, I guess they didn't score a lot. Their on-base percentage for the Padres is pretty bad. So he's getting less chances to come up to bat. But overall, in the last 11 games, he's gotten a hit 9 times. Plus, this is very powerful. He's faced this guy, Logan Webb, 7 times, and he's gotten 5 hits against him. So that's very, very good. 80% hit rate and almost like a 75% hit rate against this pitcher. This guy right here, I had to get this. I'm going to be straight up with you, man. This guy right here is very, very, very expensive. That's exactly, you have to find something to put them together with. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Look how expensive this is. -350, -360, -400, -435. So there is no way that you can get this guy straight up and make it work. And the reason this is so inflated, he got 5 hits yesterday. Look at this. They only scored twice, but this dude got 5 hits. Not yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. between 4 and 5 times this game. I don't know what the hell happened. He must have got injured or something, or they just didn't score anything, or they got shut out or something. Anyways, he's exceeded this line 15 out of the last 19 games. So, like I said, he got 5 hits yesterday. And then we got Elliot Ramos. We had this dude yesterday. He got 1 hit for us. He actually got 2 hits in the game, but we only needed 1. So he came through and got 1 hit. So 80% hit rate between 4 or 5 times at bat. And then he's got 7 straight games at home with a hit. So I'm going to kind of go through real quick. So just to be straight up, I'm going with the Brewers. I'm going to be just straight up Brewers at a plus 105. I'm going against my own team here. I got I have my cousin's husband. So my cousin's husband has season tickets, and he's right behind the dugout. So I'm going to have pictures of that. I'm going to be there at the game for the White Sox today. They're going against the Tigers, and I love the White Sox, but I'm going against them today. I don't like doing that when I'm there live, but I don't give a shit. There's no emotion in this. Tigers should win this. I'm not going to get into all the details. The line is shifting. The public money is there. The batting is there. The pitching is there. Everything is pointing towards Tigers. I'm not going to get into all those details, but they have a lot of information. You can see how much information I have. Everything is pointing towards the Tigers. I'm not going to tell you guys how I'm doing it. That's for the VIP. I already threw it in there this morning on how I'm playing that for the Tigers. And then I gave you guys the Brewers. This is a little bit. This one's more of a 50-50 chance. But if it hits, it's at a plus number, so it's worth the risk in my opinion. So like I said, 5.0 versus 4.7 on the projections. We got Jackson Chourio, which backs up that Brewers play that I just said. Jackson Merrill for the Padres to get 1 hit, Xavier Edwards to get a hit, and then Elliot Ramos. So one thing I will tell you guys is I have some under RBIs. So under RBIs were very, very, very good. And it's already right around the 50-game mark. And they've been very solid, I would say, for the last 40 days or so. And now all of a sudden they're just shitting the bed, and it's ruining my plays and stuff like that. So what I decided to do is I'm actually going to drop it back down to half a unit, and I'm gonna just kind of start staying away from these under RBIs. So I threw 2 of them in there in a VIP already, but I'm just telling you straight up, if you see my under RBIs, be more careful with them because they've been very, very they've been decreasing. Not only that, but it's a very high odd. So the odds are extremely high on these because they hit at such a high rate. Once again, guys, this is the person that won the contest for the 1-week free pass. It's Sharon R8619. Send me a text message and say, hey, send me a screenshot of you logged into your account. Just say, hey, I won the 1-week VIP, and I'll hook you guys up. The way you're going to win this is just comment, like, and subscribe and say, hey, I like your content, or whatever you want to say. Even if you want to fade me, whatever you think, like you suck, whatever you want to say. As long as it's a comment, I'll do a random picker, and then you get a chance for $50 VIP 1 week for free. I gave you guys four props and 1 play and then 1 lean. Okay, so thank you so much, man. Let's have another great day. 2-day winning streak. Yesterday was very, very slight green day, but I'm actually glad about that because it was Sunday, and it's riskier on Sundays, in my opinion. So either way, 2-day winning streak. Let's keep it going, man. Thank you.